Alright. Looks like we're live on both platforms. Alright, so now, welcome back. We're going to keep working on this Despoiler, which is a Questoris kit that'll be chaosified into a Despoiler. And so I was already starting to do a little bit with spiky bits on this Gatling cannon. And part of the challenges you're having is this kit is going to be magnetized. I'm hoping that since the Magnet Baron kit came with a couple of these bicep pieces to go here, I'm hoping if I use one from the second print that it might fit a little bit better. Because I don't need... It comes with extras so that I can, if I were to use like separate shoulder pieces or something along those lines, I could. I don't plan to. I don't need to. Did have to modify a little bit to get the chaos shield done up, but everything up here is all happily magnetized up now with the Meltagun. So he is ready for lots of flexibility. I did need to magnetize the head, but it really makes it a lot easier to paint. And considering my last Despoiler over here, or Abominant, I magnetized his head, and really made that a lot easier to take care of. So anywho, so now I need to work on, take this off so I don't accidentally drop it. We're going to work on this arm, which I've got sprues over here. Huzzah. Tools ready, clippers cleaned up. Knife ready, so we're going to get the shoulder joints out here. So we will get this working through. I'm hoping to have this guy built by the end of this week, because I'd like to get him primered up this weekend and starting the painting process before the next stream, because I have some ideas. Inadvertently, the wife had said, hey, the main carapace armor looks like a beetle. She was talking about this thing right here. I thought she meant like the actual insect, but she was talking about a V-dub beetle, which admittedly does kind of have that look. But I ran with the insect idea, so I'm going to use this Eldari Emerald contrast. I'll primer this black, heavy dry brush it with a light, very bright silver, and then hit the contrast. It should give it a really nice sheen, kind of beetle-esque, look like a insectoid carapace. So that is the basic what I'll be doing for that. I have yet to decide on what I'm going to do with other parts of it for painting. Chassis, I'm going to do my Leadbelcher primer, excuse me, and do it a rusty look. I am going to decorate its carapace in the masks of its fallen enemies, just because I think it looks cool, because the kit comes with a ton of extra masks, which I won't be using because they are Imperial masks and not chaos masks. So let's try this now and see how this fits with, that is, that's a very tight fit, so I'm going to have to do some work on this one as well, because that is really tight, and I can't even get that to, can't get this to join up without like squeezing the daylights out of it, so I don't want to do that. So we'll get down to the grinding again. Grindy tool ready. Clean off the grindy tool. Get the fluffies out of it. Alright. So you can see where it's sticking. I think might be the... It doesn't look like the inside. It looks like this one is definitely stuck on the outside. Okay. power button. That's the power button. This is the Magnet Baron magnetization kit, which, to be fair, when I bought it, they told me, look, you're going to need a file. That's way better. I was like, make sure you have a file or you're going to need it. I'm like, okay, I got it, no worries. So, I have a bit of experience with this stuff. Kit Bash from Warhammer Minis for a long time. Alright, that's better. What I'm also going to do, though, is take out this little doodabber right there. This is your new home, and you will fit damn straight. And doing that, Chid. You're on early, which I hope that means you had an easy shift and or were off today. Both sound wonderful. Off today. Fantastic. And there's Eli. I am fortunate to have some of my favorite people. I'm not people's. That movie's good. I need to watch Nimona again. Such a good movie. Yeah, much better. Need donuts, I need donuts too. Okay. Much better, much better. Hopefully going to watch party a few episodes of Monarch tonight with my sister. Sounds fantastic. Just for you, Nightshade, Lulicam. She's upset because Minerva's at the comic book store for the Industry Mondays. So Lula's upset. It also doesn't help that she ate something that gave her bad gas. Like, every time she's jumping between the couch and the pillow, I can hear her farting her way onto both. Oh, wow. Oh, I just got hit with that one. Jeez, dog. It's like getting maced. I swear. That's good. What you up to, Eli? Alright, so what is Monarch? If you have time to explain before you leave, because I honestly don't know. Wrestling. Okay. Oh, it's the Godzilla show. Okay. I'm like, it sounded vaguely familiar, and I'm like, I think someone's told me about it. Eli told me about it. I'm hoping we got the daughter to watch. She actually wanted to watch a movie, which is not typical for her. She usually doesn't like watching movies. She wanted to watch Project Hail Mary, and she did, and she enjoyed it immensely. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get her to watch some shows like that Monarch one and some of the other stuff. Because she kind of got out of her funk a little bit, and she was like, hey, I actually really like that. So let's see if my work paid off, and it did. Look at that. Now that piece fits nicely. I don't have to like squeeze crazy to get it to, so I can secure it well. Perfect. Nice. I have a brush I can use. Use this one. Okay, so now, well, I got this off. Let's do. Okay, magnet is in. The Lula's. What you doing? Go lay down on your pillow. What you doing over here? I know. I'll be back. Don't worry. Let's switch that off since the dog has left the pillow. Now she's laying on the floor because her tummy is obviously upset. Tummy is obviously upset because that was a wafting cloud of stank over here right now. She just came by to fart near me and then walk away. That's love. That is rank. Alright, so I'm going to build the second Gatling cannon, because this guy's going to be built with dual Gatling cannons. Pretty much, that's what that was. Yay, my tummy's upset. Oh god, it burns this. Okay, so a little bigger. Oh, so I need to grind out this a little bit. much better. Should do that with the other arm. I think it will actually. Oh no, I can't because of that. I'll have to I'll be able to do it with that knife. I might be able to a little bit. Let's try this. No, definitely can't do it with that one. Damn magnets are too strong. Can you do it with the file on the outside of this one, though? I should take that message down. This blue sky's not working right now. Oh, there's Sanders. How are you doing this evening? Or day? Clanging, clanging. I'd hold off on using Lulicam because she's not on her pillow, so she farted herself off. Thank you for clanging it up. Better, better. I'm trying to do a little bit of cleanup work. Can I do this with the Dremel? Can I do this? Accomplish this without hurting myself. That's enough. Fine, it worked anyway, so it'll be our audio only for tonight. Okay. That's good. And the dog is, I don't know what has upset her tummy, but it is emitting gaseous death to all get near it tonight. It is just bad. It's like I don't know what she ate. Yeah. It's like getting maced, really, at this moment. Okay. That works for that one. Yeah, if you want Nightshade, I can just send you, bottle it up and probably get some sort of giant federal offense. Because of, like, oh, what are they sending? Okay, let's do this here. Well, that's not supposed to flop in like that. Bad. Ooh, sponging. Sponging done for the train today. Nice. They did see they had showing off that GW's gonna be doing its pre-painted terrain, which will be a nice benefit for those of us who are stuck doing far too many other projects. So I'm curious to see, like I saw what they did and it looks decent. So, depending on the cost, might end up snagging some of that. It depends heavily on the cost, because if it's going to be like psychotically expensive, then it'd be a hard pass. But the hope is that it's not going to be crazy expensive. It's not that much terrain. But we will see. I'm also happy with the... they did the Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, like a detachment focus, I think that's whatever they're calling it today. And I know there were a lot of people I saw complaining online about the Chaos Knight one not being that good, and I'm like, well, no, it actually looks pretty healthy. And then I saw some people that actually analyzed it who play, and they're like, yeah, no, there's one specific detachment for the big knights, the tyrants, where the actual detachment ability isn't the greatest, but the stratagems and the enhancements he gets are like S tier crazy batshit. So it's like, you can take the little bit less on detachment to make this thing ridiculously more powerful. Because it specifically for tyrants, which are the big Castellan chassis Dominus monster knights. That one is, they get, is this the right? Sorry, I need to look at what I'm doing real quick. Their detachment ability, there it is that they can, they get a +1 to hit, or no, +1 ballistic skill when shooting at enemies that are battle shocked, which is okay. It can be beneficial if you run out and do stuff. Look, Extreme Boo. I haven't had one of those in a while. Deny. Because realistically, they're, it could be good if it's, you got like little guys up in the front, hopefully battle shock and stuff, or an abominant or this guy running around battle shocking stuff. It could be good, but it's not as useful. Whereas the Imperial one, for their big knights, just gives it like, I think, a +1 toughness or a +1 to wounding. It's a much better base ability. But the base knight can have an enhancement that allows it to re-roll all attack rolls, or rolls for a number of attacks. Because everything on the big knight is a D3 this or D6 that or something for quantity of shots. So for its ability to re-roll that is monstrous. And then it also has a stratagem now where, for 1 CP, the big knight can fall back and shoot, which normally they can't do. If they fall back out of combat, they can't shoot. Which, they have this thing take a few steps back, because its move is only 8 inches, so it's going to fall back its 8 inches. It'll still be in the range to shoot down on infantry, which gives it an additional +1 to hit. So this thing's going to take a few, if you're meleeing the big stompy knight, who's not the greatest at melee, because he's a big and heavy shooter knight, he can fall back, get a +1, hit you on 2s, with all the fucking guns, re-rolling all the quantity of attacks. It's basically going to take 2 steps back and annihilate whatever was swinging at it, which is like, that's potent. So people were like, it's blah 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 blah. I'm like, is everyone ignoring that ability? Because yeah, that's good. And they also gave they tweaked the one of the detachments called Iconoclast Fiefdom, which is when we eat cultists. So it's less cultist chomp, less, you don't chomp on your cultists now for special effects, you just chomp on your cultists to heal. But you can also take more cultists. So it's not, that one's not bad either. People were complaining about that one. It's people being angry on the internet. I know, shock and amazement. People get angry. But yeah, so it was like some good stuff today. Imperial Knight's got some. They got some good stuff too. So, but I wasn't worried about them. Speaking Greek to anyone that doesn't play the game and is watching. It's realistically something. Did I toss that paper? I did toss that paper towel. Yeah. So I was waiting for that detachment focus, and I'm happy with it. I think it'll be. Hopefully, it can add some fun. Okay, arm looks good. And I also do love all the people judging it. And I'm like, but the rules aren't even fully out yet. Though I did not get a chance to watch it because I was at work. And I am pushing for invoices to get done so I can hopefully have a day off on Friday. But supposedly they did a preview game today of the new edition. Okay. So I'll have to watch that and see how it went. Okay, so then I need 19. And then there was another bit of news. They released an Italian game store. Looks like they accidentally they posted it on Instagram and then shortly deleted it. The dates for 11th, which looked like to be up for pre-order June 6th, and then hitting stores by like June 20th, I think. 2 weeks after that, basically. So there's also supposed to be another big Blood Angel box coming with it. So I'll be curious to see if Sanguinius' kids get some love. It's this thing right here. Chaosify this up. Yeah. It's other news in the GW. They might be coming out with a pro paint set. Don't know what it would be. Supposedly someone had saw a listing in eBay, but I don't know. It looks a little sus. And then I need 22s. A little sus, just a little sus. Of, they're like, oh, I don't know. I saw this pro paint set, but I can't find any info on it. Which, if you believe what some of the rumors, if you believe any of the rumors, so far one of the rumors is that the Pro Paint set will come in a new bottle design. Which that I would love. I'm not sure if it'll be the case, but wouldn't mind getting rid of these pots over here. Why is that really bright? Why their pots are like blown out today. But yeah, that's probably because it's adjusted to this thing, which is a bag of magnets. Wouldn't mind getting something, but they're talking about potentially dropper bottles. That would be nice. That'd be very nice. I don't have many dropper bottles, but the ones I have I do like. And I'm just too lazy to move all these to dropper bottles because I could, but that is a lot of work. Potentially messy work too. So, see what that entails. Light turned off behind me. That's part of it. I would not want to transfer. Like I could pick. You can buy empty little dropper bottles and just move your paints into them, but I'm gonna lose paint. Honestly, since I started using the wet palette, which reminds me, I gotta check, isn't it dry yet? I don't know, it's still. No, it's dry. Okay. Since I started using the wet palette, I'm having my bottles are lasting a lot longer because they just can't stay. Scoop the paint out and just put it on the wet palette. But for the ones I want to use on the wet palette, since I do a lot of metallics though, don't know how much that works. Keen on doing the transfers. It's just a lot to move. But we'll see. I mean, if I come out with it, maybe I'll slowly start. If it's true. It's part of it. Is it true? We don't know. And then also, is it going to have the colors I need? Who knows? So if it comes out and it's got the colors you need, fucking awesome. If it doesn't, no loss. None. Ain't stressing. Not for that, at least. That's all that shit to stress about. Oh, speaking of stress, you still in here, Eli? Not that Eli causes me stress. I'm just something else I'm got on my mind. I was watching wrestling. Wrestling can be very distracting. Speaking of. What else is distracting? That's beyond distracting. That's like deathly. Them Lillipoots. So what else is distracting beside Lillipoots? Your chair is broken. How? I mean, if only you had access to a store that possibly could sell office equipment. One that I would hope you might be able to get it at less than retail price. I would hope. I can recommend, and it might have been purchased at Staples, honestly, the Tempur-Pedic chairs. Though you're probably selling them, but both Minerva and I have the Tempur-Pedic chairs for home. That thing holds and supports the gentle bits underneath quite well. You might say it lifts and separates. Or maybe not. That probably is not what people want. But the Tempur-Pedic chairs are, they're cozy. And like it's only the seat cushion that's Tempur-Pedic, and then the back is a mesh. So, but Minerva's had hers longer than mine. Like I got mine. Mine's a couple years old, at least maybe 3 or 4. I'd also recommend getting the replacing the casters with the ones that have rollerblade wheels. Just be wary if you have like hardwood floors, you're going to go flying. It's part of the reason I like it roll around sometimes, because I've got those on here because it doesn't damage the floors. But man, you're like, whee! It's like one big rollerblade wheel on each caster. And saves hardwood floors. So. Yeah, there. The Tempur-Pedic chairs aren't the cheapest, but they're far from the most expensive. I want to say the high back one was like $200, and the low back one was sub 200. No, that is bad. You need back support, but you can. And the casters, they're cheap as shit. I think it was like maybe $10 to $15 for a set. I got them off of Amazon. So those were nothing. But the chair, I want to say, okay, mind you, I don't know what it is now. That is doubly bad. Ooh. Maybe see if there's any like office, like a not an office supply store, but like a place that if an office if an office goes out of business, and they like buy up all the furniture. You need a chair. Please no dying. Be it like this, like an office liquidator place or something that there's businesses that just go around buying office furniture from businesses that go under. Like when a startup fails, the law firm I worked at, we got all our, like practically furnished the office with that. To the point where one of the desks had like a bunch of old payroll checks in it. We're like, whoa, that's bad. But it was way cheaper. We ended up getting like a lot of office furniture, desks, chairs, everything for the whole place. But you can usually get like it's some of it's used, but then a lot of these places bought furniture and just let it sit. Like when they wanted to move our program to a new office building that the city got, we were so looking forward to it because they had new chairs. And unfortunately, the city of Chicago does not. our chairs are screwed up. Like mine, two wheels don't work, but I don't have another chair I can use. So just kind of get in there and shuffle it on the carpet. These guys are big. Lino, don't fall out of the chair. That's bad. We don't want Nightshade getting hurt. That is bad. Oh, good. I mean, do you get a staff discount at your place of work for, like, hopefully a sizable discount? Meh. Okay. Well, I mean, if you just want something to cheap, you could buy and maybe get a discount off of that just to get you something so you don't hurt yourself. Let's see, puppy paws. What are you doing? Hi. Mommy's not back yet. You're okay. You're okay. Why you come back here? Hi. You're puppies. What you doing? I don't want you back here because you were off today. Why the fuck would you, well, okay, maybe for the broken chair, but I wouldn't go in even on a day I was off. Let's like come in like, you know, incognito or something. I'm Guy Incognito. Puppy. All right, can you not be right underneath me? Please? You're fine. I just don't want you underneath me. Because I have these rollerblade wheels and I will roll over your paws. And you will make noises. And I will be upset because it hurts you. And I don't want to hurt puppy. We have this discussion. I feel like we've had this discussion multiple times, dog. Go to your pillow. I know. Mommy's not here and you're sad. It's okay. She's sitting down back there. She's like right here. And she's laying down, so now I really can't move. I want it because the guarantee the GM would try to get me. Now, do you have to be the one buying it? Like, does the GM have to be the one ringing you out? Not if there's a customer, no. You'd still be able to use your discount as a customer, though, right? Ooh, here's a dumb question. Does your discount work at other stores? Okay. Let's plan this around not purchasing it from your GM. Oh, you can go as a customer when the GM says, "Oh, do you want the protection plan?" You can give them the "I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't speak English." That's probably not advisable. No, and you gotta say it like really bad, like "No habla español." Give it the good old Peggy Hill. I speak Spanish thing. Yeah, that was something. Yes. Is the reboot still going on? I don't know. During a huge sale. So I did like what they did with Bobby in the reboot. I saw a bit of that. But I have no idea if it's still. I'm trying to get the chair assembled. I'm like, bro. It's like, look, I know you get a spiff, or well, do you get like a spiff or something if you sell the additional assembly or protection plan? Is there like a quota of how many of these you're supposed to get done, and makes the store look better? Okay, so yeah. So okay, then tell your GM that, hey, I'm going to buy this from a different store, use my employee discount there, and not get I'm going to specifically not get the assembly and the protection plan because I want to make them look bad and make us look better. Spin it that way. We're going to buy it from them so that we look better because they couldn't sell it with the protection plan. Oh, see, then it's perfect. It's payback. You're going to buy it from another store, not get all the additional services, so it makes them look bad. Like, hey, this is payback for all the returns. I think all the ways we can spin this in your benefit. I know when I was at the auto parts store, thankfully we didn't have that happen too much to us because we were the only real store in that area. Like the next closest store was a little bit further away. Is the lumbar massage an actual? Is it just like a vibrating thing? That could be nice. I think I remember if I had one of those. If it's like a good massage thing, you come back home from a challenging day, sit back. Ooh, okay, then that's better. I was just thinking the thing that like buzzes. That's actually sounds nice. So you can come back from a questionable day of not murdering customers. Because there are days where you should be able to murder. Maybe not murder, but at least, smack around a little bit. Sit down. Get ready to play some Monster Hunter. Yeah, sadly none of it's going to last forever anymore. All this stuff is made way too damn cheaply. Get one of those Titan gaming chairs. Ooh, another thing you can do. Yeah, sponsor me, Titan. Give me one of your tightest chairs. They're not watching, but hey, it's worth a shot. That's it, the Titan Evo. Another option you can do to look, if you're looking for chairs in the cheap, estate sales. Nothing says getting equipment cheap like dead people shit. As long as they didn't die in the chair, ain't no problem with it. Secret Lab, that was the other one. I've seen the Herman Millers. I've never sat in one. I'm like, is it? I think you're buying it for the, I have a Herman Miller chair. My chair costs more than some people's cars. Some bullshit like that. I mean, they might as well give you a hand job while it's fucking at that price range. Oh, Secret Lab is the brand. Okay. Depends on the office chairs. I mean, I can't complain. I did just spend $1,200 on the most important chair in the house. So I can't say anything. But yeah, a good office chair is nice. And that being said, that new throne we purchased, yeah, it's quite pleasant. Ooh, footrest. Now we're getting, so it's massaging and a footrest. This is where, okay, then you get the good wheels and you just use that everywhere in the house. Sitting for dinner, wheel that thing out there. Tequila's advice to heart. You may get some weird looks from your mom if you don't already get weird looks from your mom. Or a different set of weird looks. Yeah, okay. This one went together way better. Way smoother than the other one. damn it. Let's put my hand on quick. She comes in like, you're yelling some impressive insults. There's a cover piece there. No? That's not it. Cry in the free. Oh, okay. Have a good one, Sandras. Hopefully it's not too punishing. A15. Sandras works in the food industry, hence the crying in the freezer thing. You censor yourself when you get loud? Or you try to? Yes. Well, hopefully don't get yourself locked in. And hopefully the rest of your shift goes by quick and you don't have to stress too much. Well, speaking of quitting, Nightshade, did you ever look in the website for the company I told you? I forgot to check in. Okay. Anything in your area? Okay. And the remote ones, I'm guessing, no good? Because they do have, like, fully remote positions. Ah, okay. Fair enough. I'm going to trim that down a little bit on the back here with the grinder. That might make the dog leave. Keep checking back there periodically if you're still looking for stuffs. Because they're always seem to be hiring. So, there we go. So anyway, this is now the Tula Gatling cannons. Which I will... It's a lot of firepower coming out of this guy for this point. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. It's not bad, not bad. I can... There we go. I thought about doing that, something like that too. I'm kind of happy in at my job specifically, so that's where I don't want to. It's like I could do a little something, and I've talked about it, but at this point, my boss knows I can do the job, so they're not like, I need to get, it won't really have a bearing on my pay. So it's like, even my boss is like, I'm not sure we can get any more out of it because my pay is controlled by the city, unfortunately. It's the downside of government stoofs. There's lots of government stoofs. Okay, so. I'm actually. Okay, so. That's where he's at positioning wise now. So we're going to start getting into some of the chaosy stuff. Like, I need this piece down here. So I'm not putting on an Imperial logo on this. Now I can, let's do the let's build the missiles pods. This is also going to need magnetization. Alright, so and I kit A24 top of missile pod for convenience. Glue a 5 by bottom recess of missile pod bottom. Bottom recess of missile pod bottom. So, alright. Now we're getting into some new territory for me. Lula, I need to move. Can you not be right? I don't want to roll over your face. I like your face. It's cute and cuddly. But I need to roll. Come on, move. Lula, come on. Come on, let's go to the couch. Can you go to the couch? Or to your pillow, please? Can you not be right here? I don't want to roll over you. Arguments with the dog. Gravy. I can't move this way. I can't move to my right. I need to move to my right because there's a box over here I want to reach. But there's a dog just over here, down here. It's hard to... There's a dog right there. There's a Lula right by the wheels of my chair. Makes it a little hard to do stuff. Yeah. Alright, so pretty much German earnings. Okay, I need A28. Oh, okay, so this is the piece. So this guy has, on the back here sits a big rocket pod thing here that can have like these missiles or these missiles. They're different depending on what you want to use. Well, this company that bought the magnetization thing has bits so I can magnetize the front of it and swap it as needed. So I'm going to work on that now, and then also I can pop that off and swap it to a different gun. Because it also has like an anti-aircraft turret that I can use, which I could eventually pop in if needed. So, anywho, A28 is... As I was thinking, I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to swap between the two. There's missiles and rockets. I'm not going to be able to swap between the two because I only have the one pod body, and I thought the whole thing would have to be swapped. But they're like, no, you just add magnets to this. You'll be good. I love you, puppy. You're just right in the way. Minerva's obviously having a good time. Because she is still out. So I'm going to... I thought using the Dremel would get her to move, but that is obviously not the case. Alright, so I need... Okay, the top of this pot for me. So take one, this is the bottom piece. And go back to my instructions. Glue a 5x3 magnet into the recess of this. So I need a 5x3 magnet. Alright, so let's see. That's a 10x3, that's a 2x2. 4x1.5. 5x3s. Those are big fuckers. Right. As big as these 12x3s. Jeez, I don't know what these are used for. Just take that over there. Alright, so these 5x3 magnets. Glue a 5x3 magnet into the recess of the missile pod. A28, A3 Icarus, and shield pod. Okay, so that's all of them take this thing. So, magnets, magnetized to rings. My ring is metal, like steel. Looks like Damascus. See? There we go. Makes it easy to hold it. Alright, so. Just glue? Okay. No. I had to... My original wedding ring was white gold. But on... unfortunately, my arthritis got to the point where I couldn't get my ring past my knuckle. Like, it's just the joint has gotten big. So I had to get a bigger ring. So I went with one that's got the Damascus steel because it looked nice. It's really I'm like, oh, this looks cool. Oh God, why, dog? Why must you share that with me? Oh, jeez, on a stick. It's bad. Oh. It's horrible. Holy shit, it's bad. Oh God, I swear I can taste it. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's making my eyes water. It's really bad. I lost track of what side of the magnet I needed because I was worried about the farting. It's just, it is literal eye-wateringly bad. It looks so peaceful. She's trying to kill me. Oh, Lordy. So rank. Ugh. Okay. Part A3 is next. Let's power through and not die, despite dog's desire to kill me. Oh. Just gonna sit here and huff my Gatorade. No, don't move. If you wiggle, it's gonna shake things loose. Right, let's do this one at a time, actually. So I'm gonna take the. Well, this is the complex one. So do the Icarus autocannons while I'm here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Got that one in there. Okay. Okay, and then I'm not going to do the shield generator because, if I remember correctly, my version cannot have Meltagun, Heavy Stubber, Warp Strike Claw, One Falling Havoc Missile, Rocket, or Autocannon. So yes, I cannot equip the shield generator because Chaos doesn't believe in that pussy shit. So I will not worry about putting the magnet on the bottom of the shield generator. Okay, good. The wife is on her way home, so she will get to share in the suffering. Okay, so if I do just like that, I need to do... Let's not glue that on the instructions. Okay. Damn it. Motherfucker. Trying not to glue myself to this thing too much. I'll do this. Okay. Good. No reason. Okay, so that is the cat for that. Alright. This has been barrel loads of excitement. Man glues magnets on the bottom of shit. Okay, so then I got to see what I need for the anywhere by the shields. Questoris Missile Pod. Questoris Missile Pod. I need this thing right here. Absolutely. So I need A10, A10. Okay, Missile Pod bottom is this guy here. So then I need A11. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Can you move my chair a little bit, please? Get out of your range. Oh, I can get out of range. Oh, hey! Looks like Blue Sky might be back up. Yes, absolutely making things spice of life. Okay. So this is A11. Okay, so this is A11. So this goes. I don't know which one's the front. Just the front. No? I'm not sure. Hold on a second. Alright, anywho. Let's figure this out. Okay, so we got bottom. And you gotta see it. Look at our pictures. That's why I had the keyboard out. Okay, so that goes. So here's the missile pod bottom. I'm looking at a photo over here. It goes over, but that doesn't. No. That? No. 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 Looks like that's supposed to be up. That's supposed to be. Okay, that's like that. Oh. I just bust the magnet loose. I did just bust the magnet loose. Fucking figures. Should look like it. Okay, good. I mean, one my day. Yeah, it's a little like trying to figure this out. Okay, so there, that's a better picture. So this goes. No, that goes like that. That is definitely the way that goes. But the magnet is in the way, so. Just go like that, and then. I'm gonna clear it. This. The joys of assembling stuff. My left. No, your left. Exactly. Who's on first? Okay, so this is... So it goes in like that. Okay. Is this just a guide? What's on second, exactly? Glue into G4. So which one's fucking G4? Alright. G4 fits into the bottom missile pod while holding A11 in position. Okay, so... Orientation. G4 is assistment replacement A11. Color parts be different. Okay. Correct position A11 in the front of the missile pod at the bottom. Alignment tool G4 is used to assist that in the correct positioning. So this is an alignment tool. This is supposed to go right there. It's designed to assist in positioning this where it needs to be. But I also got to trim that down a little bit because it does not... Oh god, she's going to fart while she got up. I got to mute this for a moment. Hey, I can roll. Can you get a toy? Oh good, you... Alright, she didn't bark. Alright, so let's get this. Did you have a good time?
Yep.
Alright.
You bet. They filled out that Gazable piece that I was told about a while ago.
I don't remember.
Oh, I'll show you.
Okay. I'll have to look that up next year. I've seen that. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's been bad. She was sitting right here. Now, Nightshade can stare at the face of the demon creature that has been torturing me. Howdy, Jersey. Huh?
Nightshade in Jersey.
So, Minerva just got back from the comic book store, and she's doing a fun piece of Gazgul versus the Emperor's Champion. Except
Oh, it should have been a Black Templar.
he's only Black Templar.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, Space Marine.
Dog farts are beyond painful right now. Alright, let's drop that down a little bit more. Yeah, she's been gassing me on something fierce. Okay, so my difficulties. I said once aligned with the center. Alright. Okay, there we go. I will watch that after this. Lines it up. So then, once that lines up, glue A10 parts. 10 fits in the recess bottom of the face parts. Okay. So now, put the glue out. I gotta be careful not to glue the guide. Man, that dog is just bad. She She's a good pupper, but whew, good lordy. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of glue back here. A bit of glue right there. I'm gonna find the Gorilla Glue that has the brush. Okay, there we go. So that, now that this piece is glued in, so what this does is, you can set that guide over here. So that's glued in there. Put a little dab back here to give it a little extra firmness. So you like an extra firmness. You want your tofu nice and springy. So then we take one of these, so let's run with the big rockets for now. Ow. Pinch myself in my own friggin' nippers. Give this a poke. Alright. So now that we got that, let's back this up a bit. So let's clean this up a bit too. Okay. It's not like smaller missile points. I'm not sure how. Grab it to pull it out, but we'll see. Let's turn. All right, so I'm gonna take one of these little guys, A10 pieces, trim them out. Out. Okay. Up a little bit. And it fits back there. No, it fits the bottom. Which one's the bottom? I don't see which is this. There? Oh, that's the top. Okay. So it's going to go that way. Looks like it's got all right, so the target is supposed to be on the bottom. So it's supposed to be like that. Go the ups. Kind of go either way, honestly. I like the target being on top, but so that goes in like that. This goes right. Like that. Yeah, that's it. So work with it on the other way. Just not. A10. So let's see. Check on this one. Oh, okay. It is standoff. I should bet on that. It did say that. So let's clean this one up for the little missiles. Or the rockets. These are the rocket pods. So much. Bill wants it. Definitely think I need to swap out this blade. It's getting a little dull. That risks cutting me. That does fit in better there. Okay. Yep. Okay, so this goes. So it should go all the way to the bottom. Like that. And it's just worst case scenario, I glue it and mark it out. So we do. Should I do? Okay, should I glue it in first? It'll be easier to get the magnet in. Okay, in there. All right, now it's stuck to my hand. This is any project you are gluing things together with. Get stuck to your hands. Woohoo, 2 points. Made it in the bin. Sock, go in there. Okay, that is empty. So don't need that anymore. Let's clean up this one real quick. Okay, that goes on the bottom. Question is, can I? So target goes on the bottom. So I don't like how that stands off. I can fix that because I have access to tools. I feel a bit better. I can breathe. Alright, access to all sorts of fun tools, like a very small cutting bit. Yep, that will work to do that. Oh, there's my wrench. This, I need to clear that out. So move you over here, move you over here for a moment. Put the cap back on this stuff. This stuff's dangerous. Now we're gonna take this guy. So what I'm doing is I'm modifying this piece just a little bit to make it fit better for the magnetization kit. That fit now? Fit better? This goes down to there. Better, but not quite flush. Just need to come down a little bit more, looks like. Okay, let's trim that up a little bit. Clean that up a little bit. See what everybody says, right where I want it to be. That fits better. It's exactly where I want it to be. That's why it's good to do something with stuff. I don't know what I did over there. There it is. Excuse me. Slap some glue on. See how well I glue this to my hand. So I'm pretty good at that right now. Only a little bit. Okay. Let go of me. Okay, so now I let those dry up. So basically what these are going to do is that you now can pop on and off the missile pod or the rocket pod. You just pop off the front and swap between the two. Like that. Pop that off. Oh, I want to use the missile pod. Okay, pop it off. Now I can swap to the rocket pod. And this takes snugly the 11s. This takes what size magnets? It takes 2x2s magnets. Oh my god. Which are these? 3 2x2s. Okay. So this is to glue the little guys in. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. Okay, so we take. Okay. That's in there now. Okay, get this one in. Okay, take the rest of these 2x2s. Back in the bags, because these guys are tiny, 2mm by 2mm. I should order my basing magnets from these guys. Where they get their stuff from is quality. Okay, that one in, and then we'll do one last push on this one. Alright, so now take it off my hand. Look at that. This pod's in. Rocket pod's in. Honestly, the way they're printing it is you almost don't need the magnets. It's firm, but I can see it wearing down over time, so you want the magnets. Alright, go enjoy your show, Nightshade. Thank you for sitting and chatting and keep me company while the dog tries to kill me. Have a good night, and hopefully tomorrow is relaxing. Work-wise, that is. Alright. So now that I got that, so I don't need to worry about gluing the front on. Okay, so I need to do a 33, which is this one. Yeah, Saint Teal, and I shall. I got a little bit of time left. Ooh, I just dropped that tiny, tiny piece. Oh, almost slid off the instructions. So 33 goes back here. Still spell it. It's still coming. Ooh, that's a lot more than I wanted.
it smells down here.
Yes. She's been trying to kill me. The dog came to hide behind me while she farted. Every time she jumped from the couch to the cushion, you'd hear it. Just jet propelling herself around. So, 22s. Is that the last one? Is that my last 22? I only used 2 of them. There's getting more somewhere else under the sprue. Gotta be somewhere else. 29, 30 are there. Looking for another 22. There's the eagle. I'm not worried about the eagle. I'm gonna steal 61 for the front though. Get the extra eagles there. Your child making noise. I'll spin this one. Those are 12s. I'm supposed to have. Let's take 2 22s and 2 22s. There's gotta be more. Don't think they would have shorted me a bunch. Purity seals, blah, blah, blah. Huh. So maybe in this one? $10.27. And it's a different number 22. Okay, you're no good. You're not useful to me. Alright, so 22, 22. 61s, 22, 22. 2, 3. There's only 3 of them. But I would use 1, 2, 3, 4. So why is it they have spots for 4 of this thing, but only give me 3? So it leads me to believe, because it's a small piece that's hiding somewhere else. It's not those 12s. Huh. I'm supposed to have 4 of this little hook thing. And I have only got 3. There's only spots for 3. That is extra kind of frustrating. It's like, well, tell me about the piece and then not give it to me. And then I cut it out, and it's somewhere on this tray because it's small and I can't see it. But so let's glue that in there. Clear a clue. Hand breaded chicken tenders are cooking. That sounds tasty. I don't have enough 61s either. So annoying. That sounds good, sitter. Hello, wifey. Welcome to the Stank Show. All doggy stank, all doggy time. Only ketchup and mustard? Why not like barbecue sauce? Or spicy ketchup? She's asking what your condiment of choice is for your chicken tenders. Yeah, see, barbecue sauce. Buffalo. Get all your uffalos. Okay. Well, since I don't have another one of those hooks, because they only gave me 2, despite the fact that they only gave me 3, despite the fact that I need 4, we will come down to the war dog parts and find something else to put in there, like one of these vultures. Work well up there. Okay, let's clean this up. What I need to do, honestly, is they're much easier to spot the parts, not on the instructions. So let's put them back there. Dang it. Broke the bird worked like. We're going to store you over here. I'm going to grab a big spike bit because the bird is a little delicate. Load. Thank you. Bird was a bit delicate, but I've got a large spike I can use. Or I could decorate with some skulls too. See how the spike works. When she was moving, yes. When she was moving between couch and cushion, yeah. Could hear it. Actually. This. Yeah, it was eye-wateringly bad. And she came and hid behind me, I think, because she was uncomfortable. And it was. Oof. Can you pop on the jute tubes as well? What's this? That's a good question. I don't know. Okay. All right. Back piece. Back rocket piece. Yeah, I should mute myself. There you go. That's on mobile. Oh, 'tis that time. Missed one. Missed one on one day, don't know when. It's been a relatively quiet night, I think partly because Blue Sky was down for most of it. I think it recently came back up. I started getting some notifications. Yeah, the whole thing was kind of wonky. It just wasn't working. We just hang on the butterfly screen. So I was trying to make a post to say, I mean, I'm going to be going live for streaming, but I'm like, no, I can't do it. And yeah, everything was down for a little bit. And I just started getting some notifications, so I'm thinking it's back, but maybe it's not. Nightshade was and Eli were here to watch me suffer a bit. And Sand just popped in, and then they had to go cry in the freezer. And now it's just you and Jersey. Keep me company while the dog tries to kill me. Hi, my YouTube widget is working. I see the viewer now. So anywho, so I put on a little marine skull up there to cry in the freezer, you know, because he works in food service. So, you know, that's where you go. So yeah. So, Sanders, my regulars. That sticks pretty good. So this is, there's a magnet in the bottom here. So I can pop on the rocket pod. And then there's a magnet glued right there. So top bottom. So that. And then I can take this off, and then I just take the face off. And I can swap between the rockets and the missiles. So that's where I'm going to break this little guy off. Put a little dab right there. That's a bit bigger than a dab than I wanted. So, yeah, so I can pop on so I can swap between the missiles and the rockets. And it holds it in place pretty well. And then I can pop this on here. Now I can build the other weapon with this magnet base. So, because earlier I got the twin Gatling guns, I got them set up and magnetized all nice. So I just gotta chaosify this one a bit with spikes and stuff. I'm thinking positioning wise, that's probably the position I'm gonna run with it. But now let's get on to the twin let's first mark that off so it stops bothering me. Alright. Now I'm going to do the twin machine gun, twin Gatling guns go on top. So, one. There's one right here. These are not used often, but yeah, hey. Almost always be using the missile pods. But I also don't know what 11th is going to bring. With, you know, because this is anti-air, which wasn't used much because flyers weren't used pretty much at all, unfortunately. But with the new addition seemingly focusing on speed, flyers might make a comeback. If they do, then I can have this guy equipped to be with anti-air weapons as well. So I was wondering how they were going to do the... I thought I wasn't going to be able to swap between the rockets and the missiles because you only have one kind of pod thing, pod housing. But they did that by magnetizing the face instead of magnetizing the pod. So it feels sharp, but E2s. And I just realized what I'm going to do on missile faces. Just popped in my head. So this goes that. Yep, like that. Okay, so on the missile and rocket faces, there's like a flat spot here where you're supposed to put a either like an Adeptus Mechanicus thing or a Imperial Eagle. I got something better though for me. Let's put a human skull. So I have buckets of skulls. Spiffy, you say? That one, I like that one. Alright, it's starting to bug me. Pack it in here with more bullets. Is it over here? That's a real question. That's the... Open this if I don't need to. Thought I had... 17, 5 blades. I thought I had more blades initially. Right there. See if that's all my thought process here. Oh, yeah, that was definitely the problem. This blade was getting dull. Alright, so. That there. There you go. That looks 100% better. Put a little skull in the front of that. So let's find another one. Skull bucket. Yep. In the main decision. No, right now I get distracted by adding skulls to spots. There's supposed to be a spot where you can. You're not supposed to. There's a spot where you can put either an Adeptus Mechanicus thing or an Imperial Eagle. Rather than either of those, I'm choosing option, Chaos, which is corn, so skulls. There we go. Okay. All right, back on to machine guns. All right, so then I need to get, that's a 4. There you are. Your lease is up in Georgia. Exactly. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. I need to replace these lights. I was turning you off. It's literally making noise. It's an LED light making noise. So that's something I'll be ordering. Man, I should have swapped out this blade earlier. It's amazing how much less likely you are to cut yourself with a sharp knife than you are with a dull one. Corn. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Corn, and then sometimes Angron if he's being sneaky. No. Corn sits on the skull throne. He is the blood god. Just like right now, I'm being introduced to Nurgle. Absolutely being introduced to Nurgle right now. Copious quantities of Nurglings popping out of this dog's ass. I have a pose for you for that, hun. We'll talk about it after the stream. Okay, so then 5 and 7. What? 5 and 7. Then 9? No, 6. 6 just got a target. That's 6. Okay. 7. Okay, and 6. Where's 5? Is the question. Oh, okay. That's 5. Okay, so that's 5. I guess I'm not supposed to glue these, but just stick them on. Probably didn't glue because I don't care about the. And there's like a 20 to 30 second delay from YouTube, Twitch compared to YouTube, and live stream stuffs. I don't know if it's a limitation of Streamlabs or just YouTube's live streaming stuff's having a bit more delay. Don't know. Okay, so anyway, so this goes. Okay, so you're supposed to go like. So this, I get to the front. Oh, I see it now. Like that. Okay, I get it. Supposed to put dab of glue here. get this glue to be dabbing, but doesn't want to. Okay, that goes there. Then that goes like that. Yeah, just kind of like wedge it on there. Oh, there it goes. Hmm? Oh, okay. I'm all right for the time being. I just was trying to get it. I saw. I need to look at Menards to see if they have the Gorilla Glue that comes with a brush. No, this doesn't want to do that. It doesn't fit like this, though. It fits like that. And because they have a Gorilla Glue that the top opens up and you can pull it out as a brush, and that it's the gel but a brush. And I was looking at it, I'm like, that would make this way easier, much more controlled. So okay, A8. So that's where I want to find that. So don't worry, hon. What is this thing? I do not like. This does not want to fit right. So, just goes through that. Okay. Good. Okay. And the front shieldy thingy is next. Actually, not far from being done with the most of the assembly. Got a couple more weapons to build. Melta. That does not work at all. Okay, why is that so not fitting right? What is going on with this? This does not fit at all the way it should. Alright, something funky here. This doesn't. So it's missing a piece. Screws it down. Okay. It's not clear at all. No, this gun, the pieces weren't fitting right at all. I realize it's really hard to see, but you have to invert it. There's like no real, hey, flip this around to invert it to make it fit. So that's why it wasn't working right. I'm like, why does this seem so out of place? Hello, Macho FPS. Yep, we made a decent amount of progress. Arguing with some pieces here. There we go. So this is the anti-air cannon. So now I'll be able to, with this magnetized, I can pop that one off. And click goes the anti-air cannon. So if I want to field it with that gun, I can. I need to let this firm up. Or I have my rocket pod. Ta-da! So the progress we made earlier is I've got this arm completely finished, magnetized up. Does need to be spiked up though and made more chaosy. Oof, excuse me. I've got more. No, I did. This is sub-assembly and then painting parts. That's what I did for this big boy. I painted all the armor pieces separate, like all these armor plates And weapons and everything are all done separately, so it's part of the reason I'm magnetizing stuff that I'm not worried about. Like, I magnetize the head. I'm not going to field it with different heads, but it is much easier to paint separately. So, okay. So that is thinking for the posing. Let's see, also, you should fit right there. Perfect. Just put this on before I lose it. Putting a quick cast skull instead of the what's upside down? Instead of the yeah, the dog has been extra stinky. Is she in her pillow? She is just awake, sitting there. Hi, puppy. Lula, over here. Lula, look at me. Hi. Look up, look up. You don't see me. She's wondering what I'm doing. She ate something that's definitely disagreeing with her stomach. And I am suffering because of that. You okay, puppies? If you look over here, you can see me, but you're not. Anywho, so this will definitely be 100% sub-assembly. Now the chassis, this is the basic positioning for the base, because I've marked off where the feet are going to go. So I'm trying to think, how do I want it to be? So if it's coming at me, like I could do it turned. So it's like, turned this way, but I do kind of like the turn like that one. I did his that way. So I should do this one this way, because the other one's turned in the other direction. She did? I'm pretty sure she ate it. Pretty sure she ate her greenie. Yeah, so if I have it looking at it like this, yeah, that's where I want the body to be. That's the position. Okay, so pretty sure she ate it. So let's do some glue here, some plastic cement. Make sure that wiggle it around so it gets in there. We're going to put a dab in from the top, just to assure it. Now the kit comes with the way to magnetize the torso if I wanted to. I'm not worried about that. Just going for magnetizing the weapons. So that is that. So now I can kind of do some work on the carapace here. While we're going to scoot you back a little bit. And some time. The carapace, first trim out this piece. I don't have chains, which is something all the Chaos Knights tend to do, is they have all their pilots chained in. Might. Could pick up some from Michael's or something. Or I could have some fun with other bits on here, but ooh, actually, let me look in my leftover pieces for the other night. I wonder if I had another cockpit door. No, it just has a regular cockpit door. It's the extra piece. Yeah, this is, that's like the exact same cockpit door, yeah. Alright, so that the window. There are some chains I can use. I like that chain. There's some more spiky bits. Did I? I think I trimmed all the pieces off, except for one. Let's look at what we got. Illustrator's box. There, feel it. There, feels delightful. And here I can use. No, let's see what I can. Nothing on that one. Ooh, so actually, I have parts. Lots of parts to throw stuff around because I have issues. Alright, you work on decorate now. Now the carapace comes with all these little bits you're supposed to put on it, like handles, tons of little handles and tons of things. And then the door, wherever the cockpit hatch went. Cockpit hatch. Not there. Cockpit hatch. There's the giant melta-gun. I got more spruce. There we go. There's the cockpit hatch. So it looks a little different. There's. Yeah, two Jersey. Get you another one. So we take the cockpit hatch out. I got lots of other decorations we'll work on. But I did grab from my war dogs, because I got lots of extra bits, this little thing of chains, which I can use. Okay, so and okay, I got an idea now. I got ideas running through my heads. So what I'm gonna do is let's put you over here. I'm gonna be using that to chaosify stuff. So I've got this. So like in all the big night, all the chaos nights, the cockpit hatch for the pilot is literally chained shut on all of them. These guys, you can see it when that war dog comes around. Even on the carnivores, it's chained shut. So now, I'm thinking. I've got this difficult to open blister pack. Ooh, that's like butter. Man, new blades are good. Butter, I said butter. This is how I tend to work, is I forget, I got a new cut mat. I come up with ideas as I see them, like as I start putting it together. Oh, look, extra decent sized base. Keep that. Use it for somebody else. Oh, I can use it for, I have the snail. It's going to be a token. The problem with these packs, instructions are a pain to get out. This is the Bloodmaster Herald of Court. Basically, it's a fancy blood letter. Really fancy one with extra bits and an extra fancy sword, and armor and chains and stuffs, and lots of detail. and knee guard. So my thought is, because I can't put him coming out of the back like the other guy, because there's a giant fucking rocket pod that'll be sitting right there. I don't want him in front of the rockets, because that would be a little wonky too. Could maybe behind. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put him. But my idea was, since these chains are just kind of like bolted down on all the models where it's built in on the cockpit, so I'm gonna glue this cockpit shut. Let's get this on here because I'm gonna be using this. But the chains on all these ones are like, you can see where they're bolted down on the models. Well, I don't have the bolts, anything like that on this guy, because he wasn't meant to have this. But what I do have is lots of skulls. So I was thinking I can use skulls. Yeah, lots of skulls. Take like a skull. Let's zoom on in here. The chain's going to be going like across here. And I take like the skulls and put the skull over on the side. And have the chain attached to the skull. It's like the skull will be there. Chain comes from the skull, goes across the cockpit. That's what I'm thinking. So I got this long chain, then I've got these short chains. I can trim these off and get these kind of separate that one out. It's basically using the skulls as anchors. This skull off of this for now. It's in the way. And it'll help. Okay, so the chain will be like that. Take this hooky thing off though. There we go. So you've got this chain, clean this up a little bit. The clippers, clippy there. Now is where the build process. It's like how you asked earlier, Machu, about how long does it take for me to normally do these guys. Now is where I start, taking longer because I get distracted by doing cool modifications. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this now. Oh, I'm doing this now. That happens a lot. Like figuring out a way to use pieces I have for chains and skulls and all that kind of fun to make it more unique. Because again, I don't like stuff that looks the same. I want my models to be different. Bolt that across. Right there. It seems to reach both sides. Perfect. I can do one skull. Well, thank you. That's the devil's in the details. This one literally because it's corn. Now, doing the little details is what modifying this stuff up like this is what I really, really enjoy. Devil's absolutely in the details. So take a little bit like that on that one. Find another. I want full skulls. I don't want the half skulls. I want the full ones, but it could be a busted full one. like that one. That one's got kind of a broken jaw. And that sits right there. She moved. She's farting. A little bit there. There. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Alright, so I let those firm up before I do the chain to them. Let's leave you there because I want to see how you're going to look, because it can affect chains. So then I can also, that's there. Oh goodness. Like a hook. Ooh, kind of do one of the hooky things. Oh goodness. Stomach. So if I come across, I'll have like a chain right there, going between these two skulls. Can make it, put like a third one going to hooking up there, coming down to that, so right there on that spot. Let's find another skull. And she's definitely slurping. That one's messed up, that's good. So, clean off this a little bit. I think she's getting comfy. I'll let her. Oh, there you go. Now she's laying down. There's a good girl. You good puppers? There you go. Now she's getting comfy. Okay, so I'm going to take a dab right there. Put this skull in right there. Actually, no, I got a better idea with this one. Let's clean up, let's take the back off. Let's flatten this thing up. Go. Okay, good clippers is a nice thing. Now let's do it. Tweezers, because it's easier for my hands. That's better. Just a little in there. You guys set. Oh, you're still a little loose. You don't have that much making contact, that's why. A little bit over there. Push it a little bit. There you go. So what this glue is, it's called plastic glue, but it's really plastic cement, and it kind of melts the plastic and creates a small weld. So you can kind of fudge it a little bit with stuff. Okay, so we let that kind of firm up for these guys. So I'll have one chain going across like that. Another chain coming from this skull, like over, hooking up like that. Then I kind of want to do one. Ooh, maybe I can do this one going. If I do this one right here, take this chain, doesn't want to stay up there because it's plastic and plastic at the moment. A chain right there up to there. That spot. And then maybe have this one coming from the back going to like here. That's what I'm gonna do. That'll come back to that spot over there. So I'm looking at where I want. Find another skull. I could put an orc skull on there. Because, you know, corn doesn't. Skulls are skulls. Put this one back here. Just trim this down a little bit to make it a little bit better. Just make it a little flatter. Go right there. Yep. Okay. Okay, so now I'll have, I've got this orc skull back here. So we're gonna have, let's scoot you back there a little bit. So I'm gonna have one chain going across between these two skulls, like that. I'm gonna have one chain going from this orc skull over, kind of like that. And one chain coming up from here. Just have it meeting like right there. That's kind of rough of what it's going to end up being. Could do one more. Got this one right here with a skull on it already. We're going to do this one. Like that. I can have the orc skull one. This chain here meeting right up in the middle there. So it'd be more like that, kind of. I think that would work well. I like it. Finally firmed up. Yeah, I'm not worried about that moving. Just no one tries. Okay. So that's the anti-air gun. So, all right, you're pretty set. So that's his general pose. So it's time to start wrapping up. So I'll work in these chains tomorrow. But what we can do to kind of play a little bit is kind of pop this on for the moment. But this is, I don't know. You're supposed to fit on there easy. There you go. Well, easy is a questionable term. There we go. Oh, so there's like another. Okay, so take that. Let's put a shield on. His head. It's a little melt-a-gun. So that's, for the most part, that is how he's going to end up being. It's assembled very similar to this. I just realize I need to cover my glue. There we go. So yeah, and then I'll fix the, I mean, he's missing his shoulder pads and stuff that calcify them, but there it's pretty close to it at the moment. And then I can pop this off, give him the anti-air gun. If aircraft becomes a thing again, I can take, I don't want to field the rockets. Pop that off, put that on, and now he's got the missiles. This works out pretty well. All right. Probably using the rocks mostly. So let me disassemble a little bit. Sit over there. And over there. It goes over there. It is nice. That's why I did it. So we can kind of see how it's coming together. Take that off because I need to calcify that up. Yeah, but I like his pose. I think he's a bit more. So, all right. Made good progress today. With that is going to be it for me for the night. Thank you all for watching and chatting and letting me suffer through dog farts, which were horrendous. I'll be back on. Should be back on Saturday. We'll see. There is some stuff going on. Be back on either Saturday. Should be at least on Sunday and the next Monday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. You can follow me on Blue Sky for updates, and then also I am also streaming live to YouTube. But if you're watching me on Twitch, then hey. So with that, I will catch you all another night. Thank you.